Hi everyone, I'm Chris the Camping Stitcher, and I'm finally back with Flosstube episode number 25. It is April 15th, 2023, and it's officially my 1-year anniversary of doing Flosstube, my Flosstube-A-versary. I've been a little under the weather. I missed my last Flosstube 2 weeks ago, so I figured I would just suck it up and do my best today. So I might be taking a few breaks, but hoping this isn't too long. Hope everybody's doing well. I know the weather has been crazy across the country, and tornadoes and thunderstorms and whatnot, snow even. So I hope you're all safe and doing well. Like I said, I've been under the weather for going on 3 weeks now. Sinus infection that just won't quit. Thank you everybody who's checked in with me and sent me messages and get well wishes. I really appreciate it. They do really brighten my day. Hopefully I'm on the right course of antibiotics now and steroids, just to make things fun. My husband says my voice isn't too bad, so I hope that's true. I don't know. We'll know when I play this back. But anyway, we're gonna soldier through. My doctor says my face is swollen, and I asked her how she could tell the difference. I can't tell. I mean, I know my face is sore, but, whatever. Anyways, I've got a lot to go through, but the first thing I want to do is talk about things I forgot last time, because I knew the minute I finished recording the last time, I forgot like 3 things I wanted to say. So let me just grab. The first thing was I did receive some Stitchy Kindness, and I'm going to go over everything it's not a lot, but I want to get it in the front of the video because in case, I don't go for a length of time, I want to make sure I thank people. So anyway, my friend Denise Waters on Instagram was so kind to send me my very first diamond painting kit. And when I couldn't stitch, this really did help. It's beautiful. It's a picture of a barn with bluebirds, and I'm really having a good time with it. I don't want to hold it up. I've gotten a little bit of the top done, but Denise was so nice. She said it was an early retirement gift. Thank you so much, Denise. I'm really having a good time with it. It's very relaxing, and it's just what the doctor ordered when you can't really count, because as you know, when your head's all fuzzy and foggy, you can't count. So thank you so much, Denise. And the other Stitchy Kindness I got was from my good friend, my dear friend Nancy, the Disorderly Stitcher. She made me these beautiful, beautiful project bags. They're so awesome. This one is perfect for camping. Look at it. I mean, it's just, look at the check that looks like a campground tablecloth that you use, a picnic tablecloth. I just love them, Nancy. I'm just so touched that you thought of me to make me these, and they're just awesome. She is selling them, so check in with Nancy, the Disorderly Stitcher. I know she makes them from time to time and puts them up on her, I believe her Instagram and maybe her Facebook group. I'm not sure. But in any case, and if you're looking for, these are so well made and they're just beautiful. Thank you so much, Nancy. I'm glad I finally got to thank you in public. I know I've thanked you in person, but those were my Stitchy Kindnesses, and they're just Stitchy friends. You guys are the best. The other thing I wanted to get out of the way, in case I have to end this early, I am going to be having a little thank you for my subscribers. So I really appreciate it if you're subscribing. I just thank you for being here, firstly. You don't have to subscribe, but the people who have subscribed have really been with me for a long time, and I wanted to do something as a thank you. So I happen to have just a slightly creased copy of this market release, which is the new Blackbird United We Stand booklet, and I'm going to be giving that away. And also, I'm going to be making a project bag. I'm not sure if it's going to be a vinyl fronted project bag or an all fabric project bag. I wanted to try my hand at that, but I will be sending along with the booklet a project bag and a needle minder and a floss binder. So if you are interested in those things, please be a subscriber, and please use the word anniversary in your comment, and I will do a drawing in 2 weeks to pick the recipient. So okay, those were the things I really wanted to get to first in case I just food fast. I do have some previous finishes that I stumbled across. I've been cleaning out one of our bedrooms, and I don't even know when this was done. I know it's probably when my mother-in-law taught me how to cross stitch, but I ran across this little bookmark. And that was done probably in the 80s. Those are definitely 80s colors, right? So, yes. Don't even remember. Don't know where. It's probably from a booklet. Don't have a clue. And then I know I stitched this for my husband. Oh, it's kind of like dusty, and for Father's Day one year. So it had to be after my boys were born. But yeah, it needs a little cleanup, but it was probably one of those little kits like, I want to say Dimensions, or there was a Dale Burdette that used to come with these little frames. It probably, all came together. It is, I'm pretty sure it's perforated paper. It's not, I don't think it's Ada. Oh, maybe it is Ada. Yep, Ada. But yeah, I made that for my husband for Father's Day one year. So those are two blasts from the past, to say the least. I do have notes. It doesn't mean I'm going to follow them. You know how I jibber jabber on and carry on. But I actually, since my last floss tube, have had 2 new starts. So I'll go over them first, and we'll get to moving this along. I really don't want to make, a terrifically long floss tube today. Or really, I don't like making you guys stick around. But anyway, I did have a new start in the end of March. And this was Plum Street Samplers, American Sampler. Oh, sorry about that. But now I have to... hang on 1 second, please. 1 moment, please, so I can silence things. Okay, and this is how far I've gotten. I just love this. I have to get back to working on it, but it is so much fun. I am using, wrote it down, Vintage Country Mocha 36 count with the call for threads. And this was prompted by Rachel of Needle and Flax, because she's doing the series on First Ladies. So I thought this would be really fun to stitch while I was watching those First Lady videos that she's doing. And I think there's a Sal, I want to say, is it First Lady Sal? I think. I'll put it in the notes below. Just, bear with me because I'm a little... but that was one new start. I have things everywhere. And then I did finally start Map of Walk Run Hollow. Nancy and I started it together. I kept saying I should have started this before I started the Village of Hawk-Run Hollow. I should have done it. And Amy, Fiber Arts Amy, I know in our last Hawk-Run Hollow Zoom, that Pam of Stitching in the Land of Good Enough hosts, she was like, just start it. And I was like, okay. So I did. Thank you, Amy, for prompting, and thank you, Nancy, for coming along. But it is going pretty fast, and really enjoying it. So that is at least worked on once a month during our Hawk-Run Hollow Zooms. This is on, let's see, this fabric is 36 count Aged Hazelwood by X Jude, which, you know, sometimes you get fabric and you just have it in your stash and it turns out to be the perfect thing for something that you want to stitch later on. And this was one of those cases. When I got the fabric, I was like, I just have to wait for the right thing for this. And as it turned out, Map of Hawk-Run Hollow was the right thing for that. Other things I've been working on, I did pull out, I think, well, first off, let me get this one. Teresa Kogut's new mystery sampler for her Patreon started. And I think that actually today, the second part is coming out. It started on March 15th. So if you're a tier 4 whimsy, you'll get this. And it's so worth joining her Patreon. It's $20 a month. And you get 3 patterns if you're a tier 4, plus this stitch along, plus there's 2 coloring sheets, plus whatever, you know, else is going on, discount codes and for the shop. And Teresa just does, she's just got so much content, you can't even. But that is where I've gotten so far. I haven't finished the first part yet. I have a little bit more to do, but I am giving myself grace because sinus infection. No pressure, it's my stitching. So I haven't even taken out my April Hive rules yet. I haven't taken out my April Whip Go. I have 2, 5 and 17, I think were the numbers were called. I'm just giving myself some grace here and, you know, not making any pressure. I don't feel like I've let myself down or anything like that. It's just, I think I've gotten quite a bit done considering. Anyway, so the thing I really worked on was on the days that I couldn't seem to count and I just wanted to have something to do because I was bored out of my head, was my Live on Little. And I have finally stitched the oceans of water. They're done. And the creatures on the bottom are done. And I was really booking along. I got the border on this side done. And then I decided I was going to start this section here where there's some grass and a church and some trees. And if you ignore 4 rows and go ahead and stitch the grass first, you are going to be ripping out. I did, however, do this side right. I missed these rows right here on that side. So I got a little mad and I put it in a timeout because it's the cross stitch's fault, not mine, you know, obviously. But anyway, I've gotten a lot done on that and I'll pull it back out. But I've gotten a little sidetracked on another whip. So hang on one second. Okay, I'm back. Not that you knew I was gone. I could have done that without even saying I'm back. Anywho, Watsy. I have been working quite a bit on Crochet to Go-Go's Winter Sampler. And my friends, if you are not stitching on this, why not? It is so much fun. And there's a fox. So I've got the entire top done. And the medallion was a little bit of a scotch. because my head was foggy and I couldn't seem to count. The alphabet was fine. Those snowdrops, so much fun. So much fun. So since the last time I showed it, I did this whole side, the snowdrops, the alphabet, the medallion, the fox, and I'm working down on the border. I mean, the base of the border's done, but yeah. So that's primarily what I've been. That Live on Little and this have been my two comfort stitches, I want to say. I kind of feel like I know them so well that I can get to them and stitch on them. And I'm trying to remember what this is done on. Excuse me. Winter Sampler is on Desert Taipan from Fox and Rabbit, which is an awesome, awesome color. And Live on Little is on, and they're both 36 count. Live on Little is on, let's see, bear with me. It is on Fiber on a Whim, 36 count affogato. I keep forgetting it. I forgot it. Anyway, that is what those guys are done on. So that's pretty much my stitching. Gonna forget stuff, so the segment, Things I Forgot, will probably exist for a while. Let's see. Haul. I just want to go over that real fast. Probably most of the stuff that you guys have seen from Market. I just got my Market stuff a little bit later. This is Summer Garden at Cranberry Manor by Pansy Patch. Love it. Would love to start it, but I'm not starting anything right now. Every Opening Flower by Brenda Gervais with Fine Needle and Thread. Sorry for the glare. The Robins Are Here, Brenda Gervais. And My Home Sweet Home, which I know I shouldn't start anything, but this is a small, and does it really count? No. And the PA Dutch Tomato Pin Keep. I could just say it right and take off the rubber band, Chris. Which is going to be so cute. I also did get the Happiness is Homemade cookbook, and it has a lot of great recipes and a lot of nice little patterns. I did get the 2023 Prairie Schooler, of course, because, I have to have all the things. Oh my gosh. I forgot I ordered this, but I ordered it. Marianne Kopp. That is going to be pretty. I did finally get the Noel sampler. It came back in stock at Hobby House, and I just, when you get a notification, it's something you've had on your list for a while, it comes back in stock, you get it. What else? This one came in, I Would Rather Be Stitching by Primrose Cottage Stitches. Love that. And patterns. My corrected Stacy Nash, I think she just had a little correction with one of her patterns. I did receive that. And then this, Welcome to the North Pole. I believe someone's going to have a stitch along for this, but I can't remember who it was. That was the mail truck. It's not bringing any packages today, but isn't that cute? I did also get the new Blackbird. Now you got to realize this is 2 episodes worth of haul, so and one of them was haul from Market, so that really doesn't count because I placed that order like a month and a half ago. But this is, you got to buy all the Blackbirds. What else? Oh, I did get my monthly fabric of the month from Fox and Rabbit, which is a Mudslide. which is gorgeous, of course. I had ordered a little bit of 37 count Russian tea cake, Access Commodities linen, which I really love working on. So that was from Kitten Stitcher. My punch needle and primitive Stitcher magazine came, and I did want to show the April charts for Teresa Kogut's Patreon. This is what I'm talking about. They're amazing. The wealth of designs that they're just beautiful. Look at that. That's what she has in her head is just phenomenal. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I print them out because you never know what's going to happen with your computer, with your files, with your email. So that is all the haul. And my husband, we were supposed to go camping this week. I've had the whole week off for spring break. Thank goodness, because if I had to use this many sick days, I think I would have been crying. We were supposed to take our first camping trip this weekend, and he was hoping to get out to Lancaster. And if that was the case, I was going to get to be able to visit Stitches Unlimited. And that didn't happen, of course, because I'm sick. And he sweetly sent me a 1-2-3 gift certificate last night after I got home from my second visit to the doctor. And you know, I have to say, I've had sinus infections before, so I mean, I know, like, you take antibiotics, you feel better in a couple days, and you knock it out. I should have listened to myself. I wasn't feeling any better, and as a matter of fact, I started running a fever again, a little bit, you know, not really anything that was going to make me huddle in a corner, but I just noticed that I was starting to, you know, it was starting to creep back up, and I was watching So-and-So's, and Kathy Lounsbury said she had this nasty sinus infection and it required 2 rounds of antibiotics. And I just sat there and went, it's Friday. I'm not feeling better. If I don't call the doctor today, I have to go to work on Monday. I'm not going to be able to do it. So lo and behold, she was like, oh yeah, you're not done yet. But thank you, Kathy, for sharing. I mean, if she didn't share, I think I would have just kept talking myself into like, oh, you're feeling a little bit better, when I really wasn't. It's just so silly. But so I was back to watching Flosstube. There were a couple of days there where I couldn't even watch Flosstube. I was just watching things like I was watching the Dairy Girls on Netflix, which is a really cute little series. Which I found out from the Great British Baking Show because they were on it. And I watched the rest of the seasons of Call the Midwife that I didn't watch. And I'm talking from season 3 to season 11, kind of trying to find a way to watch season 12 in its entirety, but it's not all available yet. But so I was watching things like that. So I wasn't watching much Flosstube. But when I went back to Flosstube, I missed quite a bit. And there were a couple of new to me Flosstubers I wanted to mention. The first one was Garnet Rose. They're two gals, Jeanette and Cheryl. They are in Idaho, and they both work at Maggie's on Main, and they are a hoot. And they have such awesome stitches, and Cheryl quilts, and Jeanette makes project bags, and just go give them a watch. They're awesome. And also, Kennedy Creates. She is, I believe she's 14 years old. I just started watching her yesterday. She is adorable, and what a stitcher. You want to talk about inspiration. She has her grandma, I think she calls her Bobby. I could be saying that wrong. She has her grandma on with her on one of the latest episodes, and she gets a lot done, and she finishes her own pieces, and I'm just loving the fact that a young stitcher like this is awesome. So give her a check her out. I'll link her below. And the third one was Alana, Mrs. Smith Stitches. She is up in Canada, pretty close to the Canada-US border, and she's got awesome whips, and she did a great whip parade, and go check her out too. Should give her a watch and a subscribe. Thank you everyone for keeping me occupied, but I think that's about it. I really didn't want to make this super long. Just gonna check my notes. Oh, we did have the weekend 4x4 was the first weekend in April, and thanks so much for everybody who participated. Those are really turning out to be a lot of fun. The next one will be in the first weekend in May, and we did have the featured stitch night, featured designer stitch night, and that was, we had quite a few people show up for that Zoom, and I think the next one will be the end of this month. I'll post that, and we'll be doing, Teresa Kogut will be the featured designer on that one. So, I don't know if it's too late now. I'm not sure if today's the cutoff, but Keepsakes is worked with Cecilia Turner, Heart and Hand. Oh, I hope I'm saying that right. And they have a new Tiny Town exclusive, only available through Keepsakes. So hopefully I'm not telling you that too late, but I know other people have talked about it. And I don't know if you guys have seen the Lindy Stitches has been releasing who's going to be part of the Jingle Ball, this coming Jingle Ball. So that's been fun to watch. And that's about it. I do have a campfire story, so just one second. Okay, so campfire story. So this is the part where I tell a little story that's, you know, has to do with either camping or some kind of wildlife around my house, but this one's about camping. So if you are not interested in that and you were just here for the cross-stitch jibber jabber or whatever, thank you for watching. Don't forget, if you want to be in that thank you gift away, be a subscriber, and I'll see you next time. So, campfire story. This was a campground that we used to go to in Stowe, Vermont, and I can't remember the name of it, to tell you the truth. Anyway, it's a state park, so it's just a state park in Stowe, Vermont. I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, it used to be located in one place, and it was the first year that we had gone there. They since have moved the campground to another location further up the mountain a little bit. Stowe is a really cute little town. It's very it's kind of touristy. It's by Montpelier, Ben and Jerry factory. What else is around there? Oh, the Von Trapp family moved there. There's a big lodge up there where they moved to when they came to this country. I think it's still run by the family, if I'm not mistaken. It's a beautiful little area. Lots of shops, there's a farmer's market they have there on the weekends, and restaurants and whatnot, but a little bit up the mountain, there's a campground. So the first year that we were there, it was just my husband, myself, and my oldest, and we still had a tent. So we were sleeping. We were all asleep and heard some kind of commotion outside. And we used to have the old Coleman stoves, you know, the gas pumped stoves. So we had that was out on the picnic table. So here, you know, this little rustling, whatever, outside. And my husband gets up and he shines the flashlight outside the tent. And he jumps back a mile. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, there's got to be like a bear or a mountain lion or something like ferocious out there for him to react that way. And I'm like, what is it? What is it? And he's like, it's a skunk. And I'm like, and I understand it now because we're in a tent and we have, if that skunk had sprayed, we would have been, there would have been no way of recovering from that quickly. But I just, I thought it was kind of funny because, you know, the reaction that he had from that little tiny skunk rustling around, sniffing around, and he didn't, you know, he was just like, just be really quiet. We don't want to startle it. And he's right. You don't want to startle a skunk. But I mean, we have seen skunks from a distance when we're camping, but not one that was right in our campsite. So that was my little campfire story, skunky campfire story for today. I'm sorry, you know, I'm not really up to my usual jibber jabber. And I really thank you for sticking with me. You guys have been so wonderful to me the past year with your kind comments and your interaction and the friendships that have developed. And I'm just so glad I started doing this. And I just want to say thank you. Okay? So I will see you probably in 2 weeks. I don't think I'll be back to try to catch up on anything. So 2 weeks, and in the meantime, stay safe, stay well, and stitch away. Bye.